Hey everybody, what is up? It's Antonio. Welcome back to another episode here on Gladiator Disc Golf. I'm so excited for today's video because I am here to answer a question that I've seen a lot of people asking across different social media platforms. I've seen it in Slack groups, Discord groups, Instagram, YouTube. Everybody has been wondering for the last several months since this product came out, is the Champ Cap worth it? Now, I have my own personal answer, and I'll get to that at the end of the video. But I first wanted to attempt to answer this question for you. Today, we're going to go over the pros and cons of the Champ Cap to help you determine if it's the right putting tool for you. So, let's go ahead and let's get into it. Coming directly from the website, the Champ Cap is meant to improve your accuracy and confidence. Honestly, I love that message. I love that mission because that's entirely what putting is all about, accuracy and confidence. And really, you could probably say the best putters in the world are those who are the most confident. So really being able to hone in on your confidence, I think is a notch in the belt for this tool. The Champ Cap is basically a cap that sits on the basket, and it has reinforced rings on the cap itself at different sizes that basically close off the rest of the basket and only allow you to make your putt going through the ring itself. It's reinforced with bungees that keep it from moving whether or not you hit the Champ Cap. Now basically, as you can tell, the black canvas keeps any other putt from making it into the basket other than what would go through the ring. The 4 different settings are really good to hone in your accuracy and skill and really develop your confidence. There's something mentally different about putting through the smallest circle rather than just aiming at a small chain. Now, I started the video talking about how the Champ Cap is a tool. It works on your putting. How is it different though from other tools out there? Well, first off, using just the bare basket obviously gives you the opportunity to make a lot of different putts, whether or not they would always go in. So the bare basket is a great way to really just work on repetition and getting what you need in that immediate putting practice. You also have other tools out there that isolate or hang onto a single chain, or you could tie a ribbon onto a chain, and that really helps you focus on something much smaller, following the premise of aim small, miss small. So here are some of my objective pros and cons for the Champ Cap. We're going to start with the positives because we always want to keep it positive here. Okay, one of the first things that I really notice about this is that it rewards great and perfect putts. Obviously, any kind of basket can reward a great putt when it's right down the middle, but there's something rewarding about doing it on the Champ Cap that just makes it so much more satisfying. So the Champ Cap definitely rewards that perfect putt right down the middle, painting the pole. The other thing that I like about the Champ Cap is that it refocuses your attention on the center of the basket. I'm a huge proponent of aiming at the middle of the basket and not relying on the disc to fade in. Obviously, you can adjust this for more of a hyzer putt, but I do think that there is something to be said about aiming at the middle of the chains when you putt. Speaking of adjusting angles, one of the great things about the Champ Cap is that you can work on hyzer and anhyzer putts just by either moving your position when you putt or by rotating the top of your basket. As I previously mentioned, the Champ Cap has 4 reinforced rings that increase in difficulty the smaller they get. And so you really get to work on this skill and really hone in your accuracy. One of the cool things I love about the Champ Cap is actually something I saw Noah Cronin do on Daily Disc Golf several months ago. You gamify it. Since there's 4 different rings to aim through and really your putt isn't going to affect someone else's putt, you can easily gamify the Champ Cap and kind of reward points for certain distances and certain size rings and do it with multiple people at the same time. So it's a really good way to make putting practice way more fun and engaging. Now, here are some of the cons, and I don't like to dwell on negative things, but there are some things to be aware of if you decide to get the Champ Cap. Now, one of the things that I found in my experience is that it doesn't really simulate changes in height or elevation. If you're putting uphill or downhill, the ring doesn't adjust. Now, how does this affect you? Well, I always teach and recommend that if you're aiming down, you aim lower than your normal aim point, and if you're aiming up, you aim higher than your normal aim point. Now, the other thing that I noticed is that it actually takes a decent amount of time to transition from the bare basket to the Champ Cap itself. Now, I definitely always recommend warming up on a bare basket, but when it's time to go to the champ cap, it's definitely going to take a few minutes to set up. Now, as you get better at it and as the bungees maybe, stretch out a little bit, or if you have multiple baskets, you can avoid this completely. But I have found it takes about 90 seconds or so to set up the champ cap, and then obviously deconstruction or taking it off is a lot faster, but that is just something to keep in mind. Now, do I think it's going to slow down putting practice? Not really, but it is an extra step that has to be done when using the champ cap. Now, the next two cons are kind of the two biggest grievances that I have seen in regard to the champ cap. The first is that it punishes makeable putts. And what people mean is that obviously if you hit the canvas, chances are that disc is going to go in the basket. But on the champ cap, it doesn't go in the basket. You can only make the putt if you go through the ring. And so this is something that some people have found to be not very good about the champ cap. But I do want to reiterate that the focus is for improved accuracy and confidence. And if you can make the putt from anywhere by hitting chains, then it's a little bit less rewarding and a little less confidence building than being able to go through the ring. So that's kind of where the arguments kind of come to a head. The other con and the final thing that I think relates to that first reason about punishing makeable putts is that if you're not in the right mindset or really have developed your putting to be a little bit more confident on the bare basket, the champ cap can be incredibly infuriating for some people. Now, I hope these pros and cons give you a better understanding of the champ cap. Now, to my answer. Do I think the champ cap is useful? Do I think that you should look into it? And truthfully, yeah. I think the champ cap is probably one of the best putting tools out there. Should you only ever putt with the champ cap? No. I do not think that if you get a champ cap, that is the only way that you should be practicing your putts. I think there's a lot of valuable lessons to learn from putting on a bare basket. But when you want to work on accuracy, if you want to work on your focus, if you want to work on your confidence, if you want to work on hyzer putts, hitting a specific target and hyzer putts, if you want to just work on being able to keep your form nice and tight and consistent, the champ cap is a great tool for that. But I definitely think you should warm up on a bare basket. I definitely think you should almost like cool down on a bare basket, because the last thing you want to do is end in frustration. But I want to know in the comments, have you used the champ cap? And if you have, what was your experience like? And if you haven't used the champ cap, I hope you found this video informative and insightful and gave you some fresh perspective on whether or not the champ cap is worth it, if it's the right tool for you. So go ahead and comment down below if you're interested, or feel free to ask some questions. I'll do my best to answer them based on my experience and what I have learned about the tool, but from talking with Putt Confidently and from their website. And if you want to know more specifically from the company themselves, go ahead and check out their website, Putt Confidently, and check out their Instagram page. They have a lot of cool information on there as well, and a lot of videos displaying the different uses for the champ cap. Well, that's all I have for you today, guys. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And until next time, have a great round.